Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Alma, Missouri. As you can see, the silage bunker is a little bit fuller than the last time. We just got done taking care of the field that we bought at the end of the last episode. We got all of that corn harvested. And we got it in here. We've got just over 2 million liters of chaff that we're slowly compacting, and looks like we are finally done. Alright, let's go ahead and get these things folded up. These rollers worked out really well. I thought I raised them. You would think folding them up would have raised them, but I guess not. So, alright. Let's take a look at what... our handiwork. Apparently we missed the side of the bunker as we tipped. Yikes. Well, I guess we knew that, so we brought the little John Deere over here with its bucket. So let's go ahead and get this taken care of. And we are going to switch our camera view. We need to be able to see what we got going on here. So, as you can see what's happening on the inside there. It doesn't look good for what we want to do. It's pulling the chaff out of the inside. See? So, yeah, we're going to have to go ahead and leave that. We'll just get this put back in. I was wondering about that. This bunker silo is going to be a little bit to be desired, I guess. Alright, let's go back into the big old John Deere. We'll drive up and down on this side just a little bit. Hopefully we don't. There we go. Alright. So, that is the end of that. That's, like I said, an absolute travesty what happens when you try to clean up the side of the bunker on the outside. Because, I mean, we've got, a lot out here. But it's all considered part of the bunker, so I guess we'll go ahead and blanket it. 2 million liters. We got her blanketed. We got a little bit of spillage out, but should be alright. And it's the same as this side. So yeah. We are good to go. All of our horses are currently ridden. Let's double check the feed status of them. What do we got for food in here? We got 8,900 liters of food. We'll just go in here. We got the base food. We got the hay. So we are good to go for now. Yep, they're only 5 horses. Daily riding and cleanliness is perfect on them. Health is 100%. Their fitness is slowly going up. We do have a little bit of goat milk and wool. And they have meadow grass. They're good until that grass is gone. And then these guys, I believe we fed at the beginning of the month. They've got 22,000 liters of food. We got a little bit of milk in storage. So, with that, we've got to get prepped for what do we want to do with this milk? What do we want to do? We've got a bunch of productions. Right now, we don't own a single production. So I think we've got this dairy here. Let's go visit it. Okay, let's oh, it's only $210,000. Like I said, we've already got the goats. We've already got the cattle. We don't really have anything else going on for the rest of the year. We're going to have to do some plowing. That's going to be a given. We've got our grass over here. Let's visit that real quick. We're at harvest stage of 3 of 4. So next month we got to take care of that. And then, which one was it? That's the vehicle shop. Okay, those are both pizzerias. That one's the bakery. That one's the dairy. Let's visit the dairy again. And let's go ahead and buy this dairy. We got the money. We got $135,000 left over. And we're going to be able to start bringing over our different milks. So like I said, we've got the 1 pallet of milk over here from the goats. We're looking at 326 liters. I forget how many animals we have in here. I'm not too worried about the wool production of these guys. So, let's go ahead and what do we got for goats right now? We've got 30 goats. We got 60 sheep. And we've got 2 month, 5 month, and 18 month. Let's go ahead and buy 10 more of each. That way we've got the 60 and 60. Okay. And we will go ahead and get... Somebody needs to learn to shut the doors. we've got a trailer right here. We'll grab the truck and get it hooked up to it. Where is our pick 'em up truck? Oh, pickup! Where are you? We seem to have lost our pickup. Oh, we haven't checked on the eggs yet from the chickens. We've got 50, 100, 138.9. Yes. Maybe if I would read what's in the chicken pasture. Ha 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 ha. I think our pickup's at the shop. Yes, our pickup's at the shop. So let's go ahead and I forgot about this. Let's do it this way. We got to return this guy yet. So while we're returning that guy, we're going to return our pickup. We've got this. Let's go ahead and reset it. And then we've got trying to make sure we get the correct thing. Okay, we got the John Deere 9900. Let's go ahead and return that guy. And then we got the Gentile trailer. Let's return that one as well. And then we've got the harvesting head. Let's return that. All right, so we got those returned, and the dealer was nice enough when they brought the flatbed over to drop off our truck. I'll have them bring that over as well. All right, we get that bad boy attached. Let's go ahead and hook up to the green trailer. And we'll get a pallet of milk added to it. And we'll take it to the dairy. And there we go. And just like that, we got it loaded up. And yep, we do have a buffalo up here, aka a tanker trailer. So we don't have any hitch on the back. So I guess we'll do this the old-fashioned way, one at a time. To the store we go. 2 trips. We'll make this as fast as possible. There we go. Alright. Back to go get the other tanker trailer brought up with the cow milk in it. Alright, the milk is dropped off. We'll meet you all back at the farm, and I think at the start of November. Alright, good morning. We are back in November. Let's check on the cattle real quick before we get the day started. Okay, we have 13,000 liters of food, and they've got the hay. So that is good for them. We'll just come on over here. We've got the silage bell set out. We need to take a look at it to see what we got. Is it silage yet? We are at 96%. So, because we harvested this stuff in August, September, October, November. So later today, it will be silage. So we will go ahead and start giving our cattle some TMR. And since we don't have any other fields that we can harvest, all of our stuff is growing or is harvested. Let's just take a look. Yep, harvested. That needs plowing. Yep. We've got grass fields. Let's go ahead and visit these guys. We got oilseed radish over here. So I think we were going to wait until next year. We were probably going to plant oats in this field here. We got this field over here, more oilseed radish. We'll probably put some sorghum in that one, because that one was oats last year. And then this one over here, this grass is ready to harvest. So we got 2 fields of grass that we get to do today. Let's go ahead and jump in the case. We'll get the mowers hooked up to it, and we will start mowing. Or at least that's the hope. The question is, did I park everything out of the way to where I can get to my mowers? Because they're right there. I hope so. I really do need to get everything put away. But we'll do that when we're all done. And that's something that we don't need to see online. What have we got going on here? Do I have a front weight on? Yes, I do. And we're a little light in the front now. Woohoo! There we go. Now we got the weight. Let's go ahead and get this grass time started.
For a second
Alright, that is grass field number 2 taken care of. Now we get the fun job of tedding everything. See if we can get this done. While I'm here, I'm going to stop and take a look at what we got planted in this field. The wheat looks like pH is good, nitrogen is right at perfect. We did plow the field so we don't have to worry about weeds. So this first year is going to be, I think, pretty good. I think. I hope. Let's take a look at the map. Yep. Oh, we need to buy the information for that field. We need to buy the info for this one. Yikes, $17,000. Okay, we got all the info bought for all of our fields now. So yeah, for this one here, it's sandy loam and silty clay. This field here we probably need to fertilize. That's right, we were gonna take care of this field with a plow after we're all done with the season. Because we need to get that planted back to grass for next year. Trying to get our scores up there. Alright. No time like the present to do some tedding. Got a lot of work ahead of us for this month. And we will go ahead and get these put into the shed as well, since we are done with them. Trying to remember where I'm putting them. I think over here up against the wall. Then we'll grab the pressure washer and bring it in and wash these off. Okay, make sure we disconnect the back. Whoa! I needed to shift it into drive. And I've always been one for stacking up mowers like this, because when you're dealing with the double setup, you want your front mower to be attached first. That way you have that counterbalance weight. And this is our tedder. This is one of those that, let's connect it. I'm thinking, I mean, we don't have much money left. So I think this season we'll finish off the tedding with this equipment, and then for next year we're going to upgrade. Because when we deal with a lot of cattle, which we may get on this farm, we're going to need all of the real estate we can get. And the extended pickup on our baler, I do not think is going to be able to go through and pick that up, so we're going to have to go back through and windrow it. But we got plenty of time in the day. Let me do that, and I want to look at the good old map to see when the rain's coming. No, we got something around noon. We should be able to get this all done by noon. Get it baled up. And get it put into storage. I was having a conversation with some people the last couple days about different bale storages. And you go into European countries and a lot of them put bales in a shed, which is fine. I'm not against that. I like my sheds. The area I grew up in, we didn't store bales in sheds unless it was the little 70-pound square bales. And usually that was only for bedding, for baby calves and things like that. For, additional people, so that they would be able to take a bale of hay with them, with their animals when they go to rodeos and such. Most of our bale storage is like what we have as we come around the bend. It's set outside. It's stacked into nice, neat rows. And that's how we always stored our bales. Yeah, we end up with spoilage. Don't get me wrong. We end up with bales that do spoil. But a bale's going to spoil regardless if it's inside a barn or in the weather, So it's one of those 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. There's no right or wrong to doing bale storage. Well, we are almost done with this field. We got one more little pass. Well, not little. One more back pass with a little strip there. We should be able to get with this tedder. And since this was the starting equipment, we're trying to use it as best we can the first year before we end up selling it. So yeah, next year for all of the grass stuff, we're going to be upgrading our equipment a little bit. Because of the field sizes, we need to get a little bit bigger. If it was just one field that we were working on, then I think this stuff would be fine. But yeah, it's a bit small for what we got. Now we get to windrow it all. Let's go back to the farm and grab the windrow and start the field process all over again. And that baler there, I think we're going to end up selling. I don't intend on using it anymore. It just doesn't suit my purposes. Yeah, we can wrap bells, don't get me wrong, but they are 120 centimeter bells. And that just doesn't cut it in my book. And as you can see, this windrower is pretty small as well. So yeah, it's just we need bigger stuff. We really do. I'm not against using the smaller equipment, but I mean we're a pretty big farm. You know, we gotta deal with the size more of the farm more than the equipment size. And if it takes us all day to do a task at hand, and if we can get it done with something bigger in half the time, you know what I'm getting at. We just need to upgrade. So we'll just sit back, we'll do some windrow in here. We'll just keep going. pass here to pick up. Okay, 3 little passes. And we're going to not bore you with the rest of the details of the next field. We'll get that one down. We'll come back when our baling starts. And just like that, we are done with the baling. Just to make it a little easier on us, we're going to take these 2 bales over to the farm and just unload them into the bale point. May or may not have room on the trailer. May have to make an additional trip. I don't know, but you know, we got to bring this back over here. We're just gonna go ahead and unload these at the same time. All right, we got our bell point there. And we got that unloaded. And I think we can keep the hay in here because foliant is not allowed. Okay, I guess let's okay, let's figure this out, folks. Unload unfinished bale. I guess we got to do that. There we go. All right. We'll get this put away at a later time, but we're just going to go ahead and grab the trailer and not bore you all with the collecting of bales. So, we'll come on back when the bales are all collected. See you then. Alright, we made it back just as the rain's starting. Let's go ahead and unstrap. Get these put into the trigger. And we are done. The final bale of the season is complete. We still need to go back through, and our main grass field, we need to plow it up and replant it to grass. This baler's doing some good work here. I think we need to get that gauge replaced. Must have hit it with a tree branch or something. Give her a good bath. But yeah. We got 8 round bells. We've got... Where's the collection point trigger? There it is. We got 97 square bells that are 8,000 liters. 8 that are at 4,500. 1 oddball, you know, the very last one, always. We'll just come take a look at our silage, see if we are ready for that. We are full of silage. We'll get these bells used up first before we hit the bunker. Because we've got 54 rounds, 8 silage, so we can definitely get our cattle taken care of. So some of these are actually converted to silage. Some of these are not. Let's just do a quick test. That one says silage. Let's do a test of this one. That one says silage. Okay, they're all ready. So, yeah, we'll just leave those 3 out. We'll, you can kind of tell where... it's weird. I don't know. We'll deal with it. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna conclude the today's episode. Let's just check on the cattle real quick. I think we still got plenty of feed in there. I'm not exactly sure. We've got, it just says food. It doesn't tell us if it's what type of food. Where is our animal spawn point? There it is. All the way over here. So yep, we just have 11,000 liters of hay. We'll let that go down for a little bit more before we bring in a full trailer load of TMR. And that reminds me, I need to get some mineral feed. Yeah. Some people don't like using mineral feed. I actually do. I'll set that up on one of the ends over here. Probably... yeah, we'll figure it out. But anyway, we're ready to rock and roll on making TMR now. We've got our hay, we got our straw, we got our silage. We got our mixing wagon over there. And yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming in, for watching this episode of Hobby Corner on Alma, Missouri. Please make sure to like the videos, subscribe, make sure to turn that bell notification on for the upcoming updates for all the different live streams that we got. Let's help this channel grow in this wonderful community of Farming Simulator 25. And with that, I thank you all for watching. We'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.